As we are back inside the Russell Chester Garcia Auditorium, 3:17 remain in the ball game.
Corner three, no good. Put back by Luther Page. Now 80% from the field. This is perhaps his best shooting performance in his NEBL career. His second stint in 3 years with the National Elite Basketball League. Bowen turns it over, slip there. Jones, and a quiet finish there by Nigel Jones, and it's now a 25-point lead, the largest of the night for the defenders.
25 points for Nigel Jones in the ball game, 14 rebounds, and 4 personal fouls. So he's 1 personal foul away from exiting the ball game. And he fouled out in the game against San Pedro also. So I think that is one area where Nigel Jones will have to work on trying to keep his personal foul down.
So we have the PG Panthers up by 9 with 5 minutes and 12 seconds in the third period.
Brandon Shepard at the free throw line. First free throw is up, and it's good with 1 more to go.
So we have both Javante Hughes and Elbert Ariola leading their squad with 15 points. Javante Hughes to go along with 8 rebounds and 2 assists. Elbert Ariola, he has 3 rebounds, 1 assist and 1 turnover for the Bonpan Bandits. Javon Chucky McKenzie leading his team with 17 points. 3 or 4 from downtown for 75%.
Luther Page with 21 points in the ballgame off the layup to go along with 6 rebounds. Edgar Boogie Mitchell. Turnover once again by the Griga Dream Ball. Nigel Jones with the dunk. Exclamation point on the win tonight.
What a move. The windmill from the Wakanda man. Nigel Jones, bounce pass, 2-handed finish.
Luther Page, the recipient of the bounce pass from Everal Tablada.
9 of 12 for 75%.
Sorry, that's Michael Zoll with the assist.
What a statement win by these defenders.
Zoll with 4 assists in the ball game to go along with 9 points and 2 rebounds. So a very efficient night once again for the point guard, Michael Zoll.
Richard Smith III, not a lot of scoring tonight, just 7 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 block shots.
1:47 to go in the ball game, 82-54. Defenders lead. Not a good opening night at home for Fred Garcia and the Griga Dream Ballers. In front of a jam-packed Russell Chester Garcia Auditorium.
It's definitely going to be a good ride home. All 104 miles of it for these defenders.
Let's take a look ahead at what will be happening next weekend. As I mentioned, Belize City Defenders will be opening up at home against Verdes. That is scheduled for an 8:45 p.m. start. We have the Belmopan Bandits going up against Griga Dream Ballers at the Hilltop Basketball Court. They will be opening up at home. That will be a 9:15 start. Punta Gorda Panthers, San Pedro Tiger Sharks at the Toledo Sporting Complex. That will be an 8 p.m. start. And Orange Walk Running Rebels, Belize Hurricanes at the Orange Walk Multipurpose Center. They will be opening up at home on Saturday, a 9 p.m. start.
Definitely, the Dangria Dream Ballers have proved themselves as the road warriors for quite some number of seasons in the NEBL. And, you know, a team, you know, that is down by 9 right now, trying to get their first victory at home. I believe that is the perfect storm for the Dangria Dream Ballers, going on the road and try to capture their first victory of the season next week at the Hilltop Sporting Complex.
The NEBL on TNC is brought brought to you by Gentrack and Universal Hardware. Michael Zoll directing traffic for the defenders. 1:33 to go in the ball game. 6 on the shot clock.
Baseline. Ty Bradley missing there. Again, it sounded like a shot clock violation, but a ball hit the rim.
Ty Bradley got the shot off with about 2 seconds remaining on the shot clock. And the foul will put Shaquille Crawford at the free throw line shooting 2 free throws. So the Griega fans, they will be going home a little bit disappointed, but it's just the first game of the 2020 season. This Griega team will bounce back, and they will represent Griega very, very well here in the 2020 season.
As I said, you know, if you're the Zangriga Dream Ballers, the Bandits are the perfect opponent for you going on the road, and they have played better on the road traditionally than at home, even though they have one of the best home court advantages in the NEBL.
Both teams over the limit. As we see Donald Arzu, he's now back on the court for Griega. Arzu taking it coast to coast. And he draws the foul. He'll be going to the free throw line shooting 2 free throws.
Last year, as I mentioned, the Dream Ballers, but they were on the road. Lost by 7 to the Belize Hurricanes, 69-62. And then thereafter, they went on a run.
Call on John Kelly. Arzu missed both free throws. Kelly with the rebound. Shaquille Crawford defended there by number 8 for Griega, and that's Donald Arzu.
Shaquille Crawford, step back jumper, no good. Dream Ballers will fall to 0-1. 29-point obliteration here at home.
What a pass to Kelly. And he was fouled.
And this is, would have to check the stats, but this is definitely one of the worst home loss ever in the history of the Zangriga Dream Ballers. But it is game number 1. You're 0-1 regardless of what the final score says.
Nigel Jones with 27 points to go along with 14 rebounds in the ball game, followed by Luther Page for the defenders with 23 points and 6 rebounds.
Turnover. Dream Ballers have a lot of answers or have a lot of questions that needs answers going into week 3 of this season. Let's see how they respond. I believe no one responds better to adversity than these Zangriga Dream Ballers. Let's see if that is the case this season. 6.6 seconds, 29-point lead.
So the defenders will pick up the victory on the road, and a very huge victory going into their opening night next week, Friday, against Verdes. Macario Agustin at the free throw line. No good on the first free throw. Second free throw is up and no good. John Kelly with the rebound, and that should do it.
He'll dribble it out
for the defenders.
Defenders improve to 1-1. Dream Ballers fall to 0-1 at home.
So a very, very big win for the defenders, for Coach Matthew Smiling and the Digicel Belize City defenders. The high man of the ball game, Nigel Jones, with 27 points to go along with 14 rebounds, MVP type numbers. And also he had huge help from Luther Page, who had 23 points in the ball game to go along with 6 rebounds. Devin Daly chipped in with 12 points to go along with 9 rebounds. Bench scoring for the defenders, not much coming from the bench. Fallon Laureano with 5 points, John Kelly with 4, and Elvral Tablada with 2. And when we look at the Dangriga Dream Ballers, the high man for the Dream Ballers, Brandon Shepard with 16 points to go along with 11 rebounds, a double-double for Brandon Shepard. Delvon Henderson, 11 points to go along with 9 rebounds, a bright spot for the defenders. And off the bench, Quinton Bowen with 10 points to go along with 6 rebounds.
Yeah, have to commend Coach Matthew Smiling. He did a much better job in terms of his rotation. Players, even though they didn't get a lot of bench scoring, I believe players better understood their roles. Just good rotation and good overall team play from coaching staff to players to management. Excellent road victory here for the defenders. If you're the Dream Ballers, a lot of positives here. You just have to clean up the mistakes. Gotta continue going into the lab and improving if you're Quinton Bowen. A lot of those missed shots hurt the momentum that they were trying to gain, and that is what really broke the team down. You know, but Quinton Bowen did a lot of things right. Besides missing those shots, just have to improve. And now you're going to have to ask yourself, what does Delvon Henderson do moving forward? Yes, he wants to shoot the 3-point shot, but can he sustain taking 10 3-point shots in a contest? Does he have the legs for it? You know, taking 3 or 4 occasionally when the defense isn't expecting you to shoot that shot is different. But now, when they're looking for you to shoot that shot and they're better prepared to defend it, how effective is Delvon Henderson going to be as this perimeter shooter in 2020?
It is very important that you touch on the field goal. Let me give you the numbers. Yeah. Dangriga shot 66 field goals in this game tonight. 28 of those field goals was from behind the 3-point arch. They made 4 3-pointers in the ball game. That is numbers that Coach Fred Garcia will have to look at. They went 19 out of 66 for 28% from the field. Now, when we look at the defenders, they shot 33 out of 79. Out of those 79 shot from the field, 16 was from behind the 3-point arch, and they only made 2 3-pointers in the ball game for 12%. So again, Coach Matthew Smiling will have to take a look, even though they won the ball game, but those are the negatives. Those are negatives that need to be corrected. So you want high percentage shot, especially when you're playing on the road. When you're at home, you can take chances by launching more 3-point shots because of the fact that you have the 6th man, which is your fan, to give you the energy to get back in the game if you're down. But when you're on the road, what you want is high percentage shots.
Even though they took a lot of threes, I think it's when they took those threes, they did it when they had a lead and they were trying to blow the game open. And when those threes, even though they weren't falling, I think it's the when more than how many they actually took. So I do feel that when they needed to, they took quality shots, they made them, and then trying to blow the game open, then they started jacking up those 3-point shots. Of course, but when you miss threes, they put pressure on your defense.
But even with the win, you don't want your player to settle for the 3-point ball when there are opportunities there to get a higher percentage shot. And most of the time, the defenders could have gotten a higher percentage shot than shooting the 3 balls. Now, from the free throw line, they were very good as a team. They shot 61%, 16 out of 26 for the Riga Dream Ballers. Not too bad. They went for 50%, 13 out of 26.
Yes, and I have to stress and give all the props to Luther Deshane Page, DSP. He showed up tonight, sporting the best field goal percentage of his NEBL career. Last week a dismal 33%, coming out with 75% in this one. Kudos, good comeback, good answer in this game on the road, and let's see what he is going to do moving forward in the home opener next week.
Not a good opening night for the captain, Edgar Mitchell. He had 8 assists, but his offense wasn't there tonight.
He wasn't looking for his shot. He wasn't looking for his shot. And somebody that is as potent offensively, that has always been my thing with Edgar Mitchell. You're so good offensively in terms of shooting the rock, taking shots, shooting the three-point shot, but he opts to facilitate, to be facilitator, and that is when you have to ask, do they need to go and look for another point guard to put him at the 2, where I feel that he will be even more dangerous as an NEBL player.
And so defenders pulling off a victory here tonight on the road. Like I mentioned, they'll be back home in their season opener against Verdes on Friday night, and that game will be an 8:45 start. And so as we wrap it up here from the Russell Chester Garcia Auditorium down in beautiful Dangriga, for Peter Lacey and the rest of the TNC crew, I am Reynard Garbutt saying good night